Someone is embarrassed and scared to face you after their wrongdoings. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone is embarrassed and scared to face you after their wrongdoings. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, don't hide now. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, don't hide now. See, the reason why I want you to post that, y'all, is because people don't mind doing you dirty and trying to keep their face card clean. Yes, sir. People don't mind hurting you, harming you, cheating on you, beating you, abusing you, and making it seem like you were the aggressor. Yes, sir. And people don't mind driving you crazy and running to tell everybody else that you lost your mind. See, the case in point is, they want to make sure that they keep their reputation, their face card, the way they look in front of people clean. They want to keep their character clean. However, they would never face you. They would never get on television. They would never get in front of the family, in front of friends, co-workers, and stand before you or stand before them and say, I was wrong. It's easy for a person to do somebody wrong and then go hide. It's difficult to do somebody wrong and say, hey, everybody, I was wrong. That's why I commend a person like Kevin Hart when he cheated on his wife, committed adultery, made her look like a fool. It was pure humiliation. But he came out and said, I messed up. It was me. I did wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but you can only respect the person who's willing to stand up within their wrongs. One thing I love that Cat Williams said in that Club Shay Shay interview, y'all, that has been over a year ago, and we still talking about it, right? But what he said is that the main job for a person who sold their souls in Hollywood to do is to make it seem or act like it never happened. And that's the same thing, y'all, with people who have wronged you, people who have hurt you and didn't take no accountability. I'm not talking about the ones who hurt you and they was unaware of it, or it was unintentional, or they didn't really mean to, right? I'm not talking about those individuals, right? Because I'm sure we all have hurt somebody, right? Maybe it was unintentional, but you weren't trying to hurt them. You weren't trying to put nobody in the crazy house. There's a difference, right? But I'm talking about for those who tried to do it, for those who knew they were doing it, and they seen you hurt, and they didn't even have the heart to say, hey, I apologize, I'm sorry. How can I fix this? I'm talking about those people. They're going to act like it never happened. Who? Reno who? I don't even know Reno. Man, hey, he going on by his life. Keisha going on by her life. I ain't worried about Keisha. Ain't nobody studying Keisha. They're not talking about it. They're trying to downplay it. They're trying to throw it off because they know really what they did. And it's really between y'all and nobody else. However, since it's your word against theirs, they're going to play off the fact that everybody like me. Nobody would even expect for it to be me. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But I got a lot on my chest, y'all, about this. We're going to get directly into it. As y'all can see, we are outside connected with nature. It's raining a little bit, y'all, all right? But your boy still came out here to get the family, the content, right? And also, like I said, I got a lot to say about this, y'all, because I feel like not only have I been through this, but I believe a lot of people have been through this, man. But like I said, family, nature is naturing. It's raining. I don't know if y'all can see the waterfalls. There it is right there. I couldn't see it myself. But nature is naturing. Believe it or not, y'all, people still out. They got to get their jog in. I don't know what it is, but they got to get their jog in, right? We're going to go ahead and get directly into it, though, y'all. I'm sending nothing but love, peace, prosperity, and happiness to the family. I'm hoping y'all are having a marvelous day. My day is delightful. But anyway, leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into this tea, family. Number one, the reason why they are embarrassed and scared to face you, or signs that they are embarrassed and scared to face you, is this right here, y'all. They avoid you. All right? They avoid you. Nobody wants to face the music when they know they were the ones who turned it on. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Like, whenever a person avoids you, they're doing their best to not deal with the pain, the agony, the hurt that they have placed you through. You know, y'all, people who go to Vietnam and people who go overseas to go to war and stuff like that, people who get deployed, them people come back with PTSD, right? Those individuals come back with PTSD. And what I will say, if you go through the process, and it is a process, because I know people who went and got, 30%, 40%, 50%, all the way to 100%. Those who are veterans, y'all know. I know people who went and got that money, but they're not giving them the appreciation they need. They give them one day, they help them out with the veteran, but they got to go through a process. They got to be almost dead, right? Or literally sick on paper. They're not giving them the help that they deserve. Veterans don't get respect like that. Y'all better go ask somebody. They don't. Reno, what are you saying right now? Y'all done help them people lose their mind, or help them people go crazy, and you done told people they done lost their mind. That is how it operates out here, y'all. Them people got PTSD. And when they put that trauma on you, when they put that hurt on you, they can't stand to see it, so they avoid you. That's how they do the veterans. They avoid them. It's more homeless veterans than there are probably regular people. Because when they go from that type of society, it's difficult for them to live in regular society. I could be wrong, but I know a lot of veterans who are homeless. Now, the point is not about veterans. I'm just using them as an example. The point of what I'm saying is, that is how it is when people avoid you, right? No different from the playboy. After he get what he want from that woman, what he does, he avoid her. He don't answer her calls. And if he do answer, it's very short. I'm busy, right? When he texts back, it's short. Hey, what's up? Busy, done. Hey, eating chicken. All right. He's avoiding her. I got what I want. However, I know that I played you, so I can't even look at you. Somebody drop in the comments and say you won't play me. That's why I'm big on that, y'all. Make sure you drop in the comments and say you won't play me. But that is very major. That is a sign that a person is embarrassed, okay, and scared to face you after their wrongdoings. They're going to avoid you. No eye contact, no anything. I can't see you. I don't want to see you. Number two, they blame you. They blame you. So I'm sure y'all remember when Tyrese and his ex-wife had divorced, All I seen in that situation was her blaming him. I'm not taking sides because he's a man, okay, but the facts are the facts. And that is, she left him for no apparent reason, basically because her family got in her ear. That's what she said. It came out of her mouth. All right, Reno's not just taking sides with Tyrese because he's a man. What I'm saying is, y'all, is that when a person is embarrassed to, make it known that they were the ones who messed up, when a person is scared to face that music and they just got to go ahead and go out with the lie, they got to go all the way with the wrongdoing, they got to go all the way with it, they're just going to blame you. And in her videos, she was just blaming the man. He's controlling. Although he was rich, he still didn't know how to treat a woman. She was just saying so many heinous things about the brother. She blamed him. Why did you leave? I don't really know, but I did have my mom in my ear. So was that the reason? Kind of, sort of. But he still did it. Blaming a person. Make sense of what I'm saying? If a person is driving a car and they get in an accident, but the person who is driving is fully accountable, but guess what? If this person on the other side went to sleep, they may use that and say, the reason why I got in the accident was because you went to sleep. So it's really your fault. You supposed to keep me up. How is that possible, brother? How is that possible, sister? You're the one who was driving. The point is, y'all, when people are scared and embarrassed, all right, to take that accountability, they will not face you for nothing. They will not face you for nothing, y'all. They're going to blame you. Everything was your fault. Why'd you get divorced? His fault. Why'd you cheat? It was his fault. He made me do it. She made me do it. No, you are a grown individual, and grown people can't make you do anything. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I can't make you do nothing. Number 3, y'all. It's going to be this right here. They minimize or downplay whatever they did. Okay? They minimize or downplay whatever they did. So let's just take cheating again, y'all. Y'all know I'm the king of making analogies about cheating. But let's just say if a person, cheats, right? However, they didn't cheat sexually, but they cheated emotionally. So maybe they had a work affair that didn't go further than just emotions and texting and calling and talking on the phone. However, if you're going to that extent, chances are you're thinking about doing something. Maybe y'all talked about doing something. Maybe, it was in the text or it was in the act, but it just never happened because you came to realization that I have a wife or I have a husband. Let's not do this. However, the deed has been done. You have already had a mental and an emotional affair with someone else other than your spouse. We know where you're going with this. Y'all follow me. Let's just say they have a conversation. And the conversation entails the things that happened. And now they're trying to minimize or downplay what they did. Well, at least I didn't have sex with the person. At least I didn't go over to their house. I could have did a lot more. You see how the manipulation begins? You minimize it when you did. That was just as bad. You might as well should have went through with it because you still emotionally cheated. And that's with anything in the world, y'all. That's with anything out here. What I'm basically saying is that when a person do you wrong, they're going to minimize and downplay whatever it was that they did, right? They done punched you in your jaw, but they minimized it. I really could have choked you out. I just punched you in the jaw. You still punched me, my guy. All I'm saying is, y'all, is that when people try to minimize and downplay their wrongdoings, understand something. This is them saying, I'm embarrassed to say that what I did was wrong. I am scared to say that, hey, the way I did you was wrong. Everybody can't stand in accountability, and everybody can't take responsibility for the things that they have done. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. All right. Number 4, victim mentality. Victim mentality. Y'all know I speak about victim mentality a lot, and I do it oh so well. When people have that victim mentality, everything is everybody else's fault. All right. Why don't you have the job of your dreams? Well, my dad didn't meet the right people. Why don't you have the woman of your dreams? Well, I was not in the right environment. Why don't you make the money that you need to make to provide for your family? I was not in the best position to have generational wealth. Therefore, I got to break the curse. Well, I understand that, but you're not the only one. There's a lot of people who have been born with disadvantages, including people with no arms. So people have this victim mentality. Everything is the next person's fault. I'm going to just point fingers and elbows. I'm going to just point toes at everybody else. Why? Because they have a victim mentality. This is the person who you work next to, and everything is just negative. They're never having a great day. They're never having a great time. Everything is going terrible in their marriage. Everything is going terrible with their kids. Nothing is going amazing. And however, they take no accountability for it. There's the victim mentality. Here we have it. Somebody drop in the comments and say, don't be a victim. You know what, y'all? Victims never get healing. I'm going to say that once again, y'all. Victims never get healing. All right? Only the people who go to the doctor are the ones who are going to be treated. Make sense of what I'm saying? You can't be talking about how sick you are from the comfort of your home, but you have yet to go down to the hospital. You have yet to go to the emergency room. You have yet to go there. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 5 is going to be the last thing. That is, they are reluctant to feedback. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they are reluctant to feedback. Reno, what are you saying right now? See, let's take a person who play basketball, right? But in order to get better with basketball, you're going to have to train, right? And let's just say they decided to train. But in that training session, they're so used to taking their own orders that the person who tried to train them, they snapped on them. And instead of taking that feedback from the coach or taking that feedback from a family member or taking that feedback from anybody else on the outside looking in, they rather be reluctant to the feedback. Make sense of what I'm saying? They don't like to take constructive criticism. And so a person who is moving in this way, this is clear as day that they are embarrassed and scared, all right, to face you after their wrongdoings. You tried to help them. You gave them the shirt off your back. You allowed them to move into your place. They was around your kids. You gave them money. You fed them. Yet they are reluctant to the feedback. They don't even want to hear where they went wrong. Somebody drop in the comments and say you was wrong. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you was wrong. They are reluctant to the feedback. No matter how great of a singer Michael Jackson was, right? And I mean, still is, in terms of his songs that are still out. I'm sure he still had a singing coach. I'm sure he still had someone to give him feedback. He's naturally gifted. He's Michael Jackson. We'll never take that away. But you can't be reluctant to feedback, especially when you are wrong. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But that's the totality of the video, y'all. This is how someone is embarrassed and scared to face you after their wrongdoings. Like I said, maybe they cheated on you. Maybe they lied on you or lied to you. Maybe they abandoned you. Maybe they tried to hurt you or harm you in any way. They set up an evil plot, an evil scheme. Whatever it is, y'all, drop in the comments and let me know what they did. I'm curious. Because it's a lot of people who did some things to me. But we keep moving, y'all. Remember, it's about resilience. It's about resilience. Stay resilient. All right? But family, I'm going to get up out of here. As a conclusion, stay aware of these signs right here. Number 1, they avoid you. Number 2, they blame you. Number 3, they minimize and downplay whatever it is that they did. Number 4, they have a victim mentality. And number 5, y'all, they are reluctant to feedback. Listen, family, y'all already know how we do. Y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Y'all make sure y'all join the membership. Go meet your tribe. Get y'all one of those books. Book a one-on-one session with your boy. Make sure y'all get you a Yes Sir t-shirt. But family, I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.